Hey YouTube, welcome back. So today we have a new problem, a new no problem number 163, missing ranges. You're given an inclusive range, lower and upper, and a sorted unique integer array called nums, where all elements are within the inclusive range. A number x is considered missing if one x is in the range or between the lower and upper, and x is not in the nums array. We need to return the shortest sorted list of ranges that exactly covers all the missing numbers. That is, no elements of nums is included in any of the ranges, and each missing number is covered by one of the ranges. If we look at this example to understand what's going on exactly, we'll find that we have an array here and we have lower and upper. And basically, we return all the ranges or the numbers, the range of the numbers that are not present in nums and they are between the lower and upper. So again, we have a sorted unique integer array nums. We have an inclusive range between lower and upper. We need to find all missing numbers in the given range and return them as a list of shortest sorted ranges. Okay. Also, we need to know that a number x is missing if one x is within the lower and upper range. Number two, if x is not in the nums. We need also to know that each missing sequence should be represented as a single number, x to x if only one number is missing, x to y if multiple numbers are missing. The approach to use this, we could like start from lower up to upper, track missing ranges between consecutive elements in nums. After that, we consider the boundaries, like before nums of 0, missing numbers between lower and nums of 0 minus 1. After nums, the length minus 1, missing numbers between like nums of last plus 1, something like that. Maybe it's not easy to understand, but I guess when you see in the code, it will be way more easier for you guys to understand. So let's start with the code. I guess I should make the font bigger for you guys. There's nothing bigger than this. Okay, I hope this font size is good for you guys. So first we create a result array that we will store all our ranges in it. And yeah, it will be an array. After that, I will create a helper function. This function will add the range to the result array. So function, I will call it add range, and I will have start and I will have end. And the function will work as following: if start is less than or equal end, result the push will be we push an array start and end. Okay. Function exactly. Okay, so let's start. We will start with previous. We create a pointer. It will be our pointer, and it will be a lower minus 1. We start before the lower boundary to make sure that we covered everything. After that, I will go for create a for loop. Let I equals 0. I less than or equal nums dot length. And I should be plus plus. And I guess we are ready to continue. So I will create a variable let it will be current, and current it will equals. Okay, if I is less than nums dot length. Okay, if that was the case, if I is less than nums dot length, but I guess it should be always less than nums dot length. We have nums of I, otherwise we have upper plus 1. Okay, because if I is equal, so yeah, because equal or plus. We in this one basically we handle upper boundary because we have range again, so we need to think about this range a lot. We need to handle the upper boundary. So the current, it will equals nums of I, or it will equals upper plus 1. It will be this or this. If we go exceed it from the array, we will need to know how to handle the upper boundary. Okay, so I'll create an if statement if previous plus 1 doesn't equal current minus 1. That means both of them are missing. Okay, how does this work? Okay, to understand this one, we need to think about it really carefully. So if that was a case, we will add range prev plus 1 and current minus 1, and after that I guess we could, after that we will see prev equals current, and I will return the result. But let me explain this. So if I wanted to explain this, if not wanted to, we need to explain this. So if we need to understand how does this work, so first, what do perv and car represent? A perv represent the last number we processed, okay? And the current is representing the current number in nums, or the upper plus 1 at the end. It's basically this, present this. So what does perv plus 1 and current minus 1 mean? So perv minus plus 1 means the first missing number after previous, and car minus 1, that means the last missing number before current. So we want to make sure that first, if we start here by the previous plus 1, we're starting from the lower, okay? If the lower plus 1 is smaller than or equal the actual element, that means we have missing numbers. Again, the previous plus 1 is the missing number after previous, and the current minus 1 is the last missing number before current. Why we check it like that? Why we do this? Why? So if prev plus 1 is bigger than current minus 1, there is no gap between prev and current, so no missing numbers at all. Again, if prev plus 1 is bigger than current minus 1, there's no gap. If prev plus 1 equals current minus 1, there is no missing numbers. We add a single number range, x and x. Okay, so if they equal each other, there's no missing number. There are only one number, so we add them. If previous plus 1 is less than current minus 1, there is a missing range. We added a range x and y, so this is how it works. So let's make an example to walk through so we can understand it, because I guess it's not that easy to understand. So let's just go here and do it like that, and okay, if we wanted to make an example to understand how does it work, so first we start our first loop. Okay, so the previous will equal lower minus 1, so the previous will be prev will be equaling minus 1, okay? And we will have current will equals 0. Current will start from here, so current will equals 0. And the previous plus 1 is 0, and current minus 1, current minus 1 is how much should be? Yeah, current minus 1, it will be minus 1, because current is 0. So yeah, current will be yeah. Since it will be something like that, we have no ranges, because here +1 and priv +1, it will equals 1, and no, priv -1 it equals 0, and current -1 it equals -1. So basically, uh, we have no missing ranges. If we continue, but whenever we reach it, whenever previous equals 1, so basically we are here when the previous equal 1 for the next iteration. Okay, sorry. When current is at 3 and previous at 1, because we have 2 pointers and they are just trying to find, okay, do we have something between each other or not? So when previous here and the current is there, the thing that we need to think about, yeah, we have something missing, but how we know that there is something is missing? If previous +1 is less than current -1. Current -1 will be 1, this one. Previous +1 should be 2. So 1 and 2. So if that was a case, we can find at all. We find that we make sure that, sorry. I lost my word. So if that was a case, we know that we have a range that we need to fill. So again, to think about this. So priv +1, and if we try to think about it, priv equals 1 and current equals 3. Priv +1 equals 2 and current -1 equals 2. So condition is 2 and 2 is true, and the range, so 2 is added. For previous equals 3, when the previous equals 3, let's say that previous will continue, and current will be 50. Previous +1 equals 4. Current -1 equals 49. So we have a huge gap. So how we know that we have a huge gap? When the previous +1 doesn't equals current, doesn't it's not smaller than or equal, doesn't it's not bigger than current -1. So this is how it works. I know it's this way of solving the problem is not the easiest, but believe me, it's yeah, it's a unique way to solve it. Let's submit and see. It didn't work. Why it didn't work? Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see why this one didn't work. So we have 0 and 0. The output. Oh, I did put everything. I guess previous wasn't changed at all, and I guess there is a problem here. Let me think. So I should be less than or equal nums dot length. I plus let current will equals. I guess the problem with the previous is not changed at all. So let previous equals lower -1. And we have here range start and equal each other. We have put start and end. And we have here if previous +1 is less than or equal current -1, we add previous +1 and current -1 in the add range. And the previous and the current should equal current. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't work on any case. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. Okay, let me try to copy the actual solution and see if it will work or not, because it might work and I might have a problem in my code, but I don't know what is it. Let me submit. Yeah, it did work. But I don't know how I don't know what the wrong thing I did exactly. If you can know, if you can understand it, I don't have any energy to say to know where was the wrong thing. If you find where was the wrong thing, please just put it in the comment section below. Until then, yeah, see you in future videos.